Hey there. Welcome back to the Fanboy Cantina. How are you doing, Mr. C?
It's kind of funny. I was just saying that myself. Like, can't wait for the long countdown. I was just saying that myself. Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, now to answer your question more directly, I'm doing good. Here we are, out of character on a weeknight. We're going against our own identity a little bit. Typically, show comes out during the week, say a Wednesday. Well, maybe get a Saturday review up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we do business. Now here we got a trailer that's out, and we're going to review the trailer same day. How about that?
This is an achievement on a school night, no less. And from the comments, no, that was a pass.
Well, as close as we can get to the spin move, that's as close as we're getting to some three-dimensional Thor costume around here, pal. But let me tell you, this mini Funko, that's a magnificent interpretation of Thor.
That is a cool one. That is a cool. And so I'm getting a report that I might be having a technical difficulty of some kind. Can you see me?
You're a touch pixely, but I can see you. You got the one eyebrow up. I can make that out. Now,
What? Yes, this is the Aquaman chat.
because it's Aquaman's revenge for your slamming his
Oh man. Okay, in the dark. Well, hopefully it is mostly yeah, okay. Yes, it's the Minecraft episode.
when we go same day, we also enter Minecraft territory, hence pixelation.
Something is jacked up with my Wi-Fi. Well, and you saw me trying to fix it before we went live, Mr. C. So, what brings us out on a school night, Mr. C?
I would say two things, maybe three things, in reverse order. The first of those three things is thunder. The second of those things would be love. And the third of those things, which is really the first of those things, is the mighty Thor.
That is exactly right. Everybody woke up to the joy of the first teaser trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder, Thor 4, or whatever we want to call it. We got some images to flip through here. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely recommend checking it out. What were your overall thoughts, Mr. C, before we go into specific bits?
Well, there was talk of when's the trailer, and I'm like, well, whatever, the trailer will come when it's ready. The movie's gonna be good. It's okay. People are hungry for a trailer, and hey, that's what people want to be hungry for the trailer. People want a trailer chase. Good on them. Pass their time, build their recreation as they see fit. I was like, well, when they build it, it will come, and here it is, and you got me. Well, I keep saying that they got me, but just from the opening of it, from the opening in the whole minute 30 of it, from second one to second number 90, they got me good. What do you have to, as general overview, what do you have to say on this fine new release?
I agree. I was kind of tepid on about this about the movie, not seeing the trailer. I was kind of tepid. We have, I think, talked about Ragnarok, and I think I am in the outlier case. It wasn't my favorite of the MCU movies, but I came to enjoy it. I definitely came to enjoy it. I do think there are some story issues. Some stuff don't make a whole lot of sense, but I enjoy it. And so with another round of it, yeah, but I love the trailer, and it gets me interested in it for sure. Yep. And I'm gonna let's see is yes, that's what we're doing.
Let me be careful what brands of cinema, what genres of cinema we reference with dubbed over voiceover, where the movements of the mouth don't match up to the audio.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, here's what I'm saying. In the trailer, they come to the point where they say, however they say it, not every god has a plan. So not every review of a trailer has a plan about the thing without the plan. So here we are,
Here we are. All right, so let me flip up some individuals, and we do want to get to the Marvel Legends reveals that were made today as well. I am short one picture, but the trailer opens up with young Thor running, and then you see him age up, as it were. Kind of a nice beginning to it. Gets me interested in it, um, and it culminates in, Thor getting to a point of kind of needing to reassess himself. What is his life now, and putting the Stormbreaker into the soil and walking away, as it's now a time of peace.
Can we go one back to the
Sure.
previous? Okay. So it wasn't playing, but just what was in my head playing was I had a little U2 going on in my head. I have, walked through the field. I was thinking I still haven't found what I'm looking for, but he's running through the fields. The costume changes, starting out as a little kid. So they're saying from his progression, running through his life, little kid to teenager to 20s to, he was wanting to be known. That was his thing. That was his identity. Thor, the god of thunder, the guy who's in the battle. And so the battle came to him. He be careful what you ask for. It kind of changed him a little bit in ways he didn't expect, and brings it up to now, as you're saying, to a time of peace. So I'm noting that, oh my gosh, well, Thanos, Farmer Thanos, the retired Thanos. So now Thor, other side of the coin from Thanos, but has something in common, trying to embrace this post battle era. And let's not forget the club, the handle of the Stormbreaker blade and hammer is from Groot. So
Hmm.
now we have the inheritance, or the descendant of Groot planted back into the ground. And then through the rest of the trailer, we start to see Groot's pals popping up and popping around.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, wait,
All
sorry.
right.
uh, anyways, um, let's click to the next one. So with this here, so we saw in Endgame, Bro Thor, or whatever we want to call that version of Thor, kind of let himself go in the blip, and here he is working out. He's got the chains actions going, and he's also got a hat. Can't quite see it there, but if you were to zoom in, you would see a hat that has the traditional Avengers comic logo, along with apparently strongest Avenger or something like that.
Because he wants it known still he is the strongest Avenger. Now, Doc Banner, Hulk, might have something different to say about that, but that's their from the jump. That's been their thing. Which one of them has more muscle power? So I'm on board with his head.
It seems as though from the trailer, I can't quite tell, but it seems as though from the trailer, Thor, right? So at the end of Endgame, he goes off with the Ravagers. He goes off with Star Lord and the gang on an adventure, and Star Lord is on the quest to find Gamora. But it seems like Thor's run with the Ravagers is going to be kind of short here. It seems like the Ravagers take off in the Benatar, and then that's kind of the parting of ways. Uh,
So again, so the function of the teaser trailer
yeah.
to show you images and get you curious about the entirety of the picture.
Mhm.
So how are they going to fit the Guardians of the Galaxy and fit in some Olympians and fit in the parting of Thor from the Guardians of the Galaxy and fit in Jane Foster and fit in Valkyrie uh, and fit in the villain? So I mean, I don't know what the runtime of the movie is going to be, but all of a sudden, right? It's there's
It's a
going to
lot.
be nothing slow about it. It's going to be a ride.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. No, it's good to call that out. It does seem like a lot of story to cover from what we can see in the trailer in a short span of time. Maybe this is a 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie for some reason. So Thor and others seem to take off in this unusual Viking ship. And by the way, I am picking my nose right here behind the image, so I'm 2 knuckles deep right now. But they takes off in the ship that is towed by two goats, two mystical goats, and we see this far away land. I don't know enough about what the heck is going on here, and then we got another image that gets to a lightning bolt. But what is this? What do you think this is?
Well, again, it could be. Well, if Asgard is still destroyed, I think we can rule it out as Asgard.
Right.
Now, with this Gore, Gor, the God Butcher idea is that the gods of the different realms are going to have to go against this God Butcher character taken from the comic pages. So that we might be looking at the outer perimeters of Olympus, or we might be looking at some other hangout for some other body of gods. Again, who knows how much they're going to be able to fit in, but so I'll say it's the exterior of Olympus.
No, that sounds good because shortly thereafter we see the lightning bolt go across the screen and it is caught by this figure, and you can see that figure wielding the lightning bolt in his right hand. We do know that Russell Crowe is supposed to be in this film, so that's probably Zeus.
I gotta go with Zeus. Now, as far as the other two lady gods in the picture, is it Athena and Hera, or is one of them Aphrodite, or that's all open to speculation. That's all to be determined. But what I'm really hoping for, and again, if Marvel never made another motion picture, it'd have been a great ride. We've already gotten more than what we would have expected or hoped for from our younger years. But in the eventuality, in the case that they're not finished going where they're going, if this feeds into either a Hercules motion picture, a Marvel Hercules motion picture, or a guest appearance of Marvel's Hercules in some other film, that's going to be something I'm going to enjoy a lot.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, so I got four more stills, or three and a half, as it were. I know this moment has been getting the rounds because this is lifted straight from the comics. Uh, so that is very cool. We also get a glimpse of New Asgard, which is apparently inundated by cruise ships now in this world, and we see King Valkyrie in the three-piece suit. I think that's the three-piece suit. Not looking that enthused.
Maybe she's a little bored. Maybe she's supposed to have a little reference to a little Godfather bit there. Again, we'll have to see. Maybe it's lonely at the top. Maybe heavy is the head that wears the crown. Maybe she's way down in bureaucracy. I can't think of the actress's name right now.
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa. I was going to go with J's, but it's the T's. Since Tessa's supporting cast days on the Veronica Mars TV show, she's come a long way from witty complicated teenager to a ruler of Asgard. So that's a pretty good career arc that she's got there. I much respect to her for that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I do recommend, if you have not seen it, I think it's still on Netflix. I think they bought it. Passing is a black and white film that has Tessa Thompson in it, it's adapting a short novel and turning it into I thought some really good cinema. So it's definitely worth checking out. All right, so now it culminates in, oh, wait a minute. No, okay. Yeah, no, this is not the Moon Knight live stream. But thanks for playing. All right, so then we get to the piece de resistance of the episode of the teaser trailer, which is that Mjolnir is still around, and you can see in this still shot this screen grab the cracks in Mjolnir.
And look at how they're lit. And then so I'm going to say that's not uh, the holster, the strap at the bottom there. So I'm going to say that's just pure electricity, pure lightning with arcing over the fingers there.
That's right, and it is wielded by none other than Jane Foster and Natalie Portman with the gun show in this film. Apparently,
A force to be reckoned with by many measures, and hammer wielding as she is, the design of the helmet, the red cape, the feathers off the or feather symbols off of the side of the helmet. I mean that is a magnificent interpretation of a Thor costume, and I can't wait to see what she's got to go with on the screen. Whatever the contract situations were, or whatever the trying to keep multiple actors across multiple movies engaged, or feeling like they're giving something that they want to give to the audience. So there was no doubt a time where Natalie Portman and Marvel weren't on the same page as much as they are. But look at, again, if I get a Hercules spin off or some Hercules follow up, I'm good to go for that. And I mean, clearly pre MCU for the entirety of her career, Natalie Portman is able to carry screen time as the top billed person in a production, or as the female lead, or in a supporting cast spot. So that would lead me to believe that if they go Portman as a headliner of a future film, that could be really good also.
yeah, I'm curious how far this goes. So I understand from the comics that this is not foreign. This does happen in the comics where uh, Jane Foster becomes worthy of wielding the Mjolnir and becomes the mighty Thor. Um, but can there be a universe where there's more than one Thor? There's already a multiverse where there's more than one Spider-Man. But I assume that this is all. Actually, I don't know. But I assume this is all in the same universe because you see the broken Mjolnir being reassembled. So will there be two Thors in this world? Thori, Thorax? I don't know. How does it work?
And then how comic accurate or how loyal to the comic original interpretation will it be, or how much deviance or variation will it have to offer? What's really, did it say July 8th was the
I think that's right. Yeah, July. Yeah, yeah. And Jane Foster, apparently in the comics, is a cancer survivor, and or actually she is going through cancer treatments, but thanks to the power of the hammer, becomes miraculously healed. So, yeah, very curious how much of the comics they incorporate into the film. But I think what's missing in the trailer is gore. Um, he is the big bad. You got Christian Bale as the bad guy in Thor 4, but completely absent unless I missed something here.
no, absolutely. And I would figure that's by design and intention. You can't give away everything in the teaser trailer. I have seen other still images of Bale as Gore, and looks kind of menacing. Coming up when we move on to the physical property things, that's a
Mhm.
different look. So again, I think they're just building up a little bit of mystery, journey into mystery. Uh, the teaser trailer is taking us on a journey into mystery for Thor. So that therefore everything's as right as right.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's a short teaser trailer. So there's yes, this is live, and yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm wearing my Millennium Falcon shirt instead. I failed to get the memo.
Top vehicles again in the sci-fi genre. You got your Millennium, you got your Benatar, you got your Milano. So you're cross representing.
Thank you for saving me there. So also also at the same time as this trailer, Hasbro cannot talk today. Hasbro revealed its Marvel Legends line, kind of not a secret now at this point because apparently they're already showing up on shelves at some WalMarts. But this looks great. This looks really great. The Build-A-Figure is for uh, Korg. Yes, Marvel's Korg.
A fitting build a figure.
And you can see the enhancements here. You've got more of the Norseman kind of Korg, right, with the shoulder armor and the whatever furry action happening on the feet or the shins, whatever body part that is. Looks good. Looks good. And then if we click through the images here, so there are. I'm going to try to count. I think there are 3 Thor in here. So we've got Ravager Thor with the vest as well as the T-shirt, and then we've got Thor, right? And so I don't think we see this version of Thor in the trailer at all, but that looks quite good, and I assume has to be part of the movie. It says Love and Thunder on the box. And then we have Jane Foster, who is marketed as Mighty Thor. And so we have a version with and without the helmet and Mjolnir there. And you've got the appendage of Korg in there as well. Then we have King Valkyrie.
King.
So that is cool. And Thor says at the end of Endgame that New Asgard needs its king. So Valkyrie taking that mantle. I really like the updated uniform or outfit here. That looks cool.
It playing off her comic book appearance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the same way that from the first Thor movie, you start with the comic uniform and then you adapt it so it'll be more screen friendly. And so in the same way, the color patterns here, the blue cape, and it's a really great update of that which they used to costume her in her original comic appearances.
Yeah, I love the head sculpt here, where the hair, the braid work, it's beautifully done. I have two other Valkyrie in my collection because I've got the Ragnarok version and then the Endgame version. Yes, oh yes, that's right. Korg, yes, Korg has the best belt buckle right there. Let me flip it back up. Yeah, huh? That's sweet.
That's really good. The color on it too, the shape, the color, Korg's belt buckle. Oh no, Junkyard, we thought you meant Valkyrie's. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
All right, and then rounding out the line, we have 2 of the Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got Star-Lord. I don't know which number. There's been, I think, several Star-Lords that have been produced now at this point, and of course we have to have Groot, yet another iteration of Groot.
I gotta figure they're going to release the rest of the Guardians also in time. I think just the opportunity for a completist collector, why would they miss out on the opportunity for that? But maybe you can only have so many figures in production at a time. I would say this is still teenage looking Groot. He's not back all the way. He looks more youthful than his appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. But hey, any Groot's a good Groot. I am Groot.
Yeah, I am Groot. There is a shot of Mantis in the trailer. So yeah, and Drax as well, right, when they do the lean thing. But yeah, it's a little curious why they did not get their recognition here. Dig how the figures are on the McFarlane. Yeah, these, the Marvel Legends line is really impressively detailed, and I I like them because I don't have that anxiety I have with McFarlane toys that the joints are going to break. They feel durable. I have broken Marvel Legends figures without yeah, with little pressure. But yeah, no, they look great. They absolutely look great. Um, and that brings us back again to wait a minute. I am missing a picture.
Oh man,
Holy cow. Oh, nuts. Let me try to talk amongst yourselves while I try to pull it back
all
up
right.
here.
Do you want to one shot me while you're digging? I can.
Nah, nah, nah,
Okay.
nah, nah. That's all right. That's all right. Well, I do have a picture of. It turns out I do have a picture of it. Then there is the Gore action figure, which is here. Um, yeah. So you get Gore. Uh,
Wait a minute.
that's
You
Gore.
you say that's Gore?
That's Gore. Come on, it's the same thing. It's close enough, right?
You know, Christian Bale is kind of, all right, sure. Hey, Bill and Ted and Gore.
Uh huh. No, I mean it is unfortunately, and I'm sorry for somehow missing the upload here, and I'm trying to pull it up, but I'm underwhelmed by the Gore action figure. It seems very bland, seems very pale, and when I saw it, I was trying to think, what does this remind me of? And like, oh, it's Death from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey or Excellent Adventure. Yeah, not feeling it.
And I'm definitely not a Thor expert. And within that, I'm absolutely not a Gore expert. But my speculation, my suspicion was towards that figure that's going to be an earlier rendition of Gore through his evolution, and then whatever happens in the story will there we go. Oh boy, pixelated Gore. There he goes. He's a little bit clear. All right, anyway, looks a little bit like the White Vision, but it's just a very stark, not quite Silver Surfer, but a pretty plain figure there. And so that's my speculation is that he's going to pick up some road scars along the way and look a little bit more formidable than he does there. He looks kind of philosophical, kind of a wise, a person of peace, something like that. But there will come a day when he will start to change in his character and his appearance. So then I guess
Uh,
I'm saying I think they're setting up for, as I expect other Guardians figures will come, so too will come another draft of Gore.
I am hopeful because if it was that guy, excuse me, yeah, kind of, but yes, that makes sense. Instead, he becomes a big bad of some kind, not the monk-like character that we see in this Marvel Legends figure. All right, well, uh, so I apologize for my Wi-Fi technical issues and whatnot. But again, it's been good to talk about the trailer as well as these Marvel Legends figures. I don't know if I'm going to be picking these up as inflation has been happening. Hasbro has been increasing the price point of all of its toys. So if this starts to bump against that $25 or more price tag, I don't know. I don't know. But I really like them. I really do like them.
Hey, they look great. There's no question of it. And again, as we sometimes put that as a feature or a point of commentary in our work, first impression or my first interaction with the Thor character, I'd say was kind of simultaneous. It's lost in time or lost in my memory as to which one exactly came first, but the two were close in time. They were the reruns on good old Chicago's Channel 44 of the mid 60s. Avengers cartoons. I believe Lant Ray was the production studio. Was pretty much Jack Kirby's stuff with the clutch cargo still images with the yeah with the limited animation and simultaneous as we know we like to go Migos around here again. currently Mego and Marvel, or Mego and Disney, are not doing business. But as a younger dude, that
Oh,
Thor Mego figure, because it was only him and Conan, not Conan O'Brien, but Conan the Barbarian, that were the longer haired male figures. So hey, just Thor Mego and Thor from the mid '60s cartoon were my first impressions of Thor. Now here we are, a great many years later, probably at the last of the Thor motion pictures, and it's been a great run and a great ride. It's good to see what Marvel Legends and Hasbro are doing. It's good to see what Kevin Feige and Tika Waititi are doing. And hey, it's been good to have the conversation right here about it.
yeah. No, looking for, yeah, it's been good to have the conversation. If you're interested in the Marvel Legends figures, I understand. Again, you can find them potentially early on the shelves at certain Walmarts, though they are supposed to be formally released later this month. So looking forward to that. As for, yeah, when's the next live stream? Potentially this Saturday. We're talking about it.
We're in
Hopefully
negotiations.
working out something. So it's maybe something a little bit different. And yeah, okay. All right.
If we want to set up a third little box here, and you want to come on in a cosplay kind of a way, sir, I'm on board. You know, you throw some dips in the pot, and then I'll match what you throw down in the gambling table.
Nice, nice. Well, if you are watching later, post in the comments because we do love to hear from you. What did you think of the trailer? What did you think of the first look at Thor Love and Thunder? And what are your thoughts about the Marvel Legends figures? We'd love to hear from you. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Mr. C, a pleasure to see you on a school night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to be along for the ride, sir.
And apparently I'm back in the dark. So, all right, I'm gonna wave. Okay. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. This has been the Fanboy Cantina. Take care. Good night.